So welcome back to the channel, back out on the beach. Got a week off work, and as usual the wind and the rain was pants, but I'm going to give it a go. I've come down to the New Forest and I'm now going for a chance of a stingray, but to be honest with you, it's not really the conditions, but I've got some lovely worm left over and from friends that needs using, and I thought, why not give it a go? You just never know. It's a force 4 southwesterly wind, so it's coming on my side, sort of towards me, but on my side slightly from where I am. High tide's 4 o'clock. It's now midday, so I'm getting set up. I've got the bivvy shelter up, not bivvy shelter up, tucked well out of the wind, just setting up. And reel wise, gone for the Pen Fathom 12s, and also as well got my Tronics Pro X on, with a pulley dropper rig. I'm going to give it a go with a size 2 koiki hook. Edging my bets there, really, to be fair, that I might pick up a bass, especially if it's a bit rough out there as well. And we're just going to see what happens. It would be fantastic for a stingray to turn up, but at the end of the day, I'll take whatever's come in, really, to be fair with the conditions, and it gets the old bait used up, and yeah, hopefully we'll get some fish on camera for you, and see you in a minute. So rig wise, I'm using the pulley dropper 8-ounce Gemini gripper, Trident Rauto clip, the 2.0 koiki hook, 70-pound Asso mainline body. I'm using 40-pound Amnesia, and then the other end is the Trident Aero pulley with your drop link as well. So there it is, and it's about 2.5 foot all in total length. And that's what I'm using today, and hopefully it produces the goods. Let's get the next rod out and see what happens. So I'm sorry if it's really windy and you can hear the wind noise, but I just thought I'd show you what I've my latest purchase, if you like. It is a Rapala weighing sling, and it's really good quality, and the price is really good. I think it was something like, I think it's £24 or something like that. And I bought it for the season because I wanted a decent one. There it is. It's quite big. Rapala written all over it. There we go. There it is. So yeah, it's really good quality, and I wanted that because if I'm going for the stingrays, I want to be able to weigh the stingray but get it in a decent position, so that it's all under control, and I'm able to weigh it. Same with the smooth hounds. Again, I want to support it as best I can and then weigh it. Also as well, that I can lay it on the floor as well and put the fish on the actual mat as well. Easy to wash as well. I'm not sponsored by Rapala or anything like that. I just think it's a really good quality sling, and it's just nice to have something like that, and at a reasonable price. So yeah, my latest purchase. More than happy with it, and hopefully we'll just get a few stingrays and a few hounds to put in the sling to actually make it worthwhile. But it is evil out here at the moment. It is evil. Let me show you actually. Look at that. White horses everywhere. Anyway, I'm going to fish through it and just see what happens. Well, I've got my first fish, and it's my first cast on that rod, and it wasn't what I was expecting. Bearing in mind I've got a size 2.0 koi hook. Let me show you what I've got. I've got a flounder. Now, I wasn't expecting a flounder. I really wasn't. There's a few sort of spots on it as well, but it's definitely not a place. It's definitely a flounder. So, maybe a hybrid, maybe something like that. But yeah, I'm guessing 3/4 pound. But there we go. A lovely little flounder. Happy days. Gonna get this back, fight another day, and I feel a bit more hopeful now. So bait wise, I'm using ragworm. I'm just putting them in my loading tool, laying them all in there, getting the elastic up, elastic it all up into a nice ragworm sausage, and that's what it looks like. Absolutely deadly for stingers, but as I said, it probably ain't going to be a stinger day to day. But saying that, caught a flounder. Who knows? You just don't never know. That's the beauty of the old sea fish, isn't it? You just never know what you're going to catch. And it keeps the old mind going, doesn't it? You never know. Could be this big, could be this big. Who knows? But I'm super excited now. I had a flounder, I'm over the moon. Most people probably wouldn't even think nothing of a flounder, but we just don't get them like we used to down here south coast. So to get one, and in these conditions, I am over the moon. I'll take another one of those. To be honest with you, if I catch flounders all day, I'm happy. Anyway, let's get this fired back out and see what happens. The rain's just starting as well. Pants. Well, it's just coming up to high tide, and it's just the one flounder at the moment. So it's no surprise, and it's not going to be great, being it's so rough and horrible. But you never know, a bass or something might turn up, which would be nice. I'm just going to keep plugging through it. Got to be in it to win it, as they say. Well, it's high tide, it's blown a hoolie, and I've not had a bite since, that flounder. So what I've done, I've kept one rod going for stingers and maybe a bass, so big baits on the size 2.0 koi hook, and I've changed the other rod to a 2-hook clip down size 4. So a bit of scratching going on, see if I can get out maybe another flounder, who knows, but maybe the smaller species, and see if we can get something out of this session and make it worthwhile being out in these conditions, because it is proper gnarly out there. It really is. It's horrible, but we're here, we're all to play for, and it's fishing, just keeping an eye on the rods. And yeah, hopefully we'll get something else out and bring you something else. Well, I've got another bite on the right hand rod, which is the 2-hook clip down rig. So could well have another dogfish. I'll just see what happens. I'm really struggling to get the baits out there though with that strong southwesterly wind. I've just looked at a local weather station which gives wind speed direction in real time, and it's force 6, gust 7, so it's pretty bad out there, pretty bad. But yeah, I mean, if I get another dogfish, that's all right, don't mind that. Just getting a few fish, keep you you know, occupied and obviously amused one bit in this horrible weather. Well, let's see what happens, see if there's anything on. I've not seen another bite since, but let's go for it. I don't feel like there's any weight to it. No, there's nothing on, nothing on. Missed it. Yeah, missed. Never mind, get it back out there. I've got another bite on the right hand rod again. And let's see what happens with that. See if I can grab hold of it, see if I can get it bagged in. Not massive a bite, but it was a bite nevertheless. I think it's still there, so we're going to see what happens. Trying to keep the mic out of the rain. So I'm using the shelter behind me to try and take some of the bluntness of it. I don't think it's there, I think it's gone. See what happens. Well, I don't know actually, there's a bit of weight there. There's a bit of weight. Yeah, there's a fish on. Looks like a dogger from what I can see of it. Yep. There we go, a dogger. Let's get him on the coil. He's coiled up at the moment. There we go. Top hook as well. Dogfish and a top hook. There we go, let's get him uncooked. Well, the rod absolutely slammed over, and it's what I thought I should be getting as well, to be fair. And that is one of those. Look at that. A nice bass It gives you a brilliant account for itself in the old surf. It goes 2 3/4 pound. Happy days. More than happy with that. I'm going to put it back and to fight another day. But what a beauty. Absolutely over the moon. I'm happy with this session so far. I really am. It's been tough going with the weather, but it's been all right. I'm hoping that you can see it. It's not too blurry because the camera got a little bit wet earlier on. And yeah, so let's get it back and fight another day. Well, that's it, folks. The end of the session. Man, that was stormy and wet. Absolutely got drenched. I lost the igloo at one stage. That went sailing off down the old yonder. Managed to retrieve that, thank God. Got it back up, got it all secure again. And now I'm sat in my favourite queue on the way home, ready for my favourite hamburger. And yeah, get some nice warm food because I'm starting to get a bit cold now. Got absolutely soaked, but it was worth it. So flounder, several dogs actually, and a bass. So, and quite a nice bass actually. So all in all, quite a good session. But obviously didn't get any stingrays. I'm not surprised because it wasn't exactly stingray weather, but I did call that I'd hopefully get a bass. It was certainly bass weather. So there we go. I've done it. So going home and tight lines, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, all important, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.